If you think AI is just for your phone or computer, CES 2026 just proved us all wrong. From Lego bricks that talk back to toilets that track your health, the tech coming to your home this year is getting way smarter and a little bit weirder. We're breaking down the biggest trends from the world's largest tech show so you know what's actually worth your money. CES 2026 marks the year that AI moves out of the cloud and directly into your physical gadgets. We are seeing a massive shift towards local AI, where your devices, from your vacuum to your laptop, think for themselves without needing constant internet connection. It's a transition from tech being a tool to tech being an autonomous assistant in every room of your house. A lot going on at CES this year, John. Where do you want to start?
Well, let me start out by saying I was actually thinking of going this year, and I'm glad I didn't. I've been before, but I was disappointed in just the gadgets. Like, there were some cool gadgets, but there was nothing that really was like, wow, oh my God, this is super, super cool, like they have in the past. There are some cool stuff, and maybe it's just because we're doing these recordings and we're always talking about the latest stuff, so we're on top of it. But like, there was some cool mini RGB stuff, which is new tech that we're not covering today. There was this paper thin battery that we'll cover next in a follow-up episode. There was a lot of XR glasses, which now I think we're at the point where I'm going to buy one this year. So that's kind of cool. But besides that, it was just, I didn't feel like a really innovative CES, if that makes sense to me. You're on mute.
When I was doing my research and I was looking around all the CES stuff, there wasn't too many exciting things, but we picked the best stuff, I think. Yeah. And so let's let our audience decide what they think is exciting or not, or whether this is normal. Last year, we had the Rabbit R1, which was this big hype and turned out to be a big letdown. We had a bunch of other things. So we should probably, in the next couple of weeks, do what happened to those things in 2025 that we talked about at CES. But let's jump into this. So think of it as a brain upgrade for your house. Instead of gadgets just being remotely controlled by your phone, they now have enough built-in intelligence to understand what you're doing and react in real time. You know, this solves the dumb smart home problem. Devices are becoming context aware, meaning they don't just follow a schedule. They see what's happening, like a vacuum seeing stairs, and adapts. Now, like, we're going to talk about a few of these things, which is really cool. And you mentioned the robot that takes how long to fold a shirt?
Well, to me, it was 5 minutes. I didn't really check it, but it was so slow that I couldn't keep watching it. Let's put it that way. So even if you put it on 2x speed, it was still very slow. But everyone's talking about it. I know we're not covering it too much on here, but yeah, it was like, everyone's been wanting a robot that folds laundry, apparently. But this thing does it excruciatingly slow, where I could, in the time it takes to fold that one shirt in the video, I could have probably folded the whole load. So good that we've got something. I would even call it a proof of concept, because it's proving that it can be done, but it needs to be sped up.
Yeah, and there's lots of other things to talk about, and we're going to talk about them early, some of them in detail and some of them not. Yeah. Let's talk about interactive play. Your kids' Lego sets will now make engine noises or battle sounds based on how they're moving the pieces, or robot vacuums that can now finally climb stairs, meaning you no longer have to carry them between floors, and they vacuum the stairs as they go. Or your bathroom fixtures, like the toilet throne, which can alert you to health changes before you even feel symptoms. Or laptops with AI chips. We talked about the smart Legos. They're shipping in 2026. Futuristic rollable screens and home robots like the LG's Cloyd are still in the coming soon phases. And some of these things range from $70 for the smart Lego set to thousands for the micro RGB ultra premium TVs that you were talking about.
Yeah. I kind of liked Lenovo's laptops that their screens expand. So there was two that were showcased at CES. One was a screen that rolled. They're called rollable screens, so it rolled vertically, and one that rolled horizontally. So it turned into an ultra wide and an ultra tall. I don't know if that's the name for the monitor, but I thought those were cool. I think there's a use case for those, and there's one of them, the rollable XD concept. There was also a laptop that because you were talking about AI and laptops, right? So there's the one that goes vertically in the video there, but there was also a laptop that would track you. So the screen itself was motorized. It was a laptop, and the screen was motorized and would track you, and it could nod yes to you and shake no. So that was really cool as well. But this is Lenovo. They also, I think they own Motorola as well. They also released a fold phone, which seems to be the most affordable fold that you're going to be able to get, and it's got some great specs. But yeah, these rollable. I know there was rollable phones released at CES last year as concepts. I think that the integration into laptops is a good use case. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and I can't remember whether it was who it was, if it was the Asus, where once open, the screen expanded left to right. Rather than
I think that was also Lenovo, but it could have been Asus.
Okay, yeah, and I wasn't sure if it was left or right that really had me interested. If it's Lenovo as well, that's amazing. But the concept is really good because I'm already carrying. I'm using my iPad as a second monitor most places I go because I got so much going on.
The Legion, Lenovo Legion that goes widescreen. Sorry.
Fantastic, and so the concepts are cool. I think most of them are made like obviously they're shipping when they're shipping. Some of these soon. And like we'll talk about the rollable laptops. Let me see if we talked about it here. No, I don't have a date for those. Do you have a date for the rollable laptops?
I don't.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to distract us from there, but they seem like I don't want the first one. I definitely probably don't even want the second version because it seems like it's something that's going to have all sorts of problems from the get-go, just because it's a brand new technology and form factor, and we throw our laptops around, in my backpack and lugging it on the train and this and that. Like, it just seems so ripe for problems that it's going to take a few versions for them to get it right. And the design does,
because the motors are built into the screen itself, right? So there's you're definitely gonna have some engineering issues as far as durability from the get-go.
What else do we talked about? There was the rollable laptop screens are shipping coming soon. We don't have that. So privacy and putting sensors in the toilets for smart menstrual pads, meaning that your intimate health data is being digitized. Additionally, local AI chips require more battery power, which could lead to shorter life cycles for portable gadgets, depending.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay.
This throne thing, I feel, is gimmicky and not in a good way. The reason being is because the throne sensor is called Throne 1. It only uses optical and acoustic sensors, and it's meant to track digestive and hydration patterns. So you essentially have to use the same toilet every time. So if you have multiple toilets in the house, or else you're not going to get an accurate reading. There's no sensors to actually read the makeup of your stool. So it's just using optical and acoustic sensors, which how good can they be to help you track your poop? What do you think?
I don't know, but I think I'm surprised the toilet throne technology has taken so long to get here because we've all heard about the smart Japanese toilets for a long time now. And, how long has it taken to get here? And it seems like the logical place to check health because there's so much things you can check, and you use it every day. Why hasn't it come here yet? Maybe it's because we don't like thinking about it.
Yeah, I think we're closer to us because I could have sworn it was at CES this year, but I can't find it, or maybe before CES. But it was a urine analysis. So you put it in your toilet, and it's actually got sensors and different things to actually read the chemical makeup of your urine. And that reminds me of that movie, The Island, where the guy wakes up and he uses the toilet and it tells him all these different things. And I think that is a better use of toilet technology than this stool sensor that they've come out with. But I'll have to find it and maybe we can cover it. But yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know how useful this sensor will be.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm having a problem.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. So, yeah, the thing is it seems that health tech is shifting from steps and sleeps to biomarkers and longitudinal baselines, which is great. But this is just weird to me. I know like the clever part of this isn't a camera in a bathroom, but it's more building a personal baseline so you can detect meaningful deviations. But how accurate can it be? Again, back to my original point, you'd have to use the same toilet every time or move that sensor, and I wouldn't want to move that sensor to every toilet every time I use the throne. So, yeah, it's supposed to track metrics such as stool consistency, digestive patterns, hydration, and apparently urinary wellness indicators. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how accurate or how well it works. But we'll have to see. What do you are you okay over there now, or what? Or do we want me to keep talking? Yeah, okay, I'll keep talking. So I kind of want to move on from this because I kind of talked it to death. So I'm going to move on to the keyboard computer, which I think is really cool. And so this is awesome. I love this concept because what HP did was they built a full PC into a keyboard. So you plug it into monitors and you basically got a desktop. So it's portable, it's clean desk friendly, and essentially it's aimed at IT managed office setups. So what's cool about this is it integrates an AMD Ryzen AI 300 series chip inside of the keyboard chassis, plus cooling. Yes, a fan actually. It's got memory, it's got storage, it's got speakers, and it's got ports. So it's designed to connect over USB-C. And you can configure it with 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. You can also have an optional fingerprint sensor and an optional user replaceable 35-watt battery. What I like about this is that with these new XR AR glasses that are coming out, this is perfect. So you plug in your glasses into this keyboard, you've got a full-fledged computer, and it's just a keyboard. I would actually seriously look at getting this if I had those XR AR glasses. But did you have a look at that, Craig, or are you okay now, or what?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was working. I could only hear you if I was muted, and you could only hear me if I was unmuted, and then I couldn't hear you anymore, and then nothing worked. But now we're back. So that was interesting. Did you see the Index 01 smart ring or the Pebble Round 2 smartwatch?
I saw the Pebble, and it's getting rave reviews. I love that Pebble. So for those of you that don't know, Pebble released one of the first smartwatches on the market, but way back in the day, I think in the early or late 2000s. And so then they got bought out, but now they've released this new watch. And so when they first released that first watch, it got rave reviews as well. For the time, the tech was really advanced. And now they've come up with this new round watch, which is absolutely phenomenal and getting reviews. I didn't look at it in depth. Did you have a video of it at all, Craig, or did you look at it being used?
No, the videos that I saw didn't look really good, but it looks interesting. But I think it's ideas time has come and passed. So we'll see. I mean, I think it has a retro following and whatnot,
Yeah,
but we'll actually see if it can compete in today's marketplace. I don't think it can, but we'll see. The Lego blocks are interesting. Like,
Yeah.
for example, the Star Wars play sets, they have like the TIE fighter. So they make the engine sounds, the lightsaber swooshes, and theme music linked to play action. So when you're flying it, it'll make engine sounds, or if you're doing lightsaber motions, it'll play lightsaber motions, sounds and stuff. So these kind of things are really, really interesting when they start adapting technology to traditional toys. You start doing sound and motion and start adding that to what they're already doing with augmented reality. And pretty soon you're going to have some very, very interesting things.
Yeah, I like the Lego bricks because they're integrating technology into a physical medium, right? So there's no screen needed for this. So they can just work in the real world. And it's really cool that they were able to integrate a custom 4.1 millimeter ASIC chip along with RGB LEDs, a small speaker, sensors, a radio stack, and even inductive charging. So their goal apparently was to build a brick that's still physically Lego, that so you can integrate it into your current Lego systems, current Lego bricks, which is awesome. I think there's a lot of good use cases for this. I think that this is great for getting kids away from screens, but also still having that interactivity and that feedback of different sensors and things like that. So I like this.
Did you talk about the 100-inch LG wallpaper TV, or that the these BrickNet Lego has now this wireless layer that the Lego pieces can talk to each other, called the BrickNet, without using Wi-Fi?
Oh, cool. So, okay, so that's integrated into these new bricks then. So that's cool. So they have their own protocol, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like the Cloyd robot is probably the robot you were talking about that starts laundry cycles, folds clothing, unloads dishwashers. But it, sounds, based on everything we've seen, it's not great from a speed point of view. Well, I've seen a lot of home TV and home audio and different this and different that. And remember that CES stands for the Consumer Electronics Show, and it's where a lot of the big companies go and decide what types of things they're going to buy this year and from whom, and big deals happen. So that's why there's a lot of that stuff, even though, like, I saw a lot of people reporting on different turntables, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but is that really newsworthy?
Yeah, no, I know there was this new attachment for the turntable. It was a Bluetooth. I can't remember what it was, but it fit under the turntable. And it connected via Bluetooth. I didn't look too much into it because, again, it, like you said, it was boring. But yeah, I thought there were some cool sound stuff. Like there was this Samsung speaker thing, black. There was black, white, and yellow speakers. But yeah, there was actually something we didn't even talk about. There's a new BlackBerry, quote unquote BlackBerry, that got released from Click. So Click released a phone similar to the old BlackBerry Bold with a keyboard and a screen, which I think was really cool. Did you see that, Craig?
I did not, but I'm just trying to see if I had it in my notes here. The Samsung Trifold, we've got, no, I didn't see it.
Okay, let me see if I can send you the,
sorry, we people can look it up. We've got a lot. We're already 22 minutes in. All right. Like smart bulbs, smart plugs, the smart home is really a big thing. A lot more health and wellness, like different monitors for urine analysis, different biomarkers. We talked about that with the Throne. So there is a lot going on at CES, and there's a bunch of information on the Pebble here as well. I was asking you about the In01 smart ring because you really track the smart ring market. Now, this one's supposed to track your heart rate, sleep, activity patterns, and possibly heart rate variability. And it pairs with an AI assistant or AI-driven analytics platform to provide insights rather than raw data streams. Is this something you're thinking about?
I didn't see it. Is it the Pebble Index 01?
Yes, it's the Pebble.
Okay. So is that the one that has external memory for your brain kind of thing? You catch ideas, or are we talking more of a smart ring?
It's a smart ring for health.
Oh, okay, no, I didn't see that, and I can't find it anywhere.
All right, well, we'll look it up later. You can look it up later.
No, so I am tracking the ring market, and I know Uruk came out with a new one this year. There are a couple different smart ring manufacturers. It's what I'm finding with the smart rings this year is they're more about adding features as opposed to coming out with new hardware. The ones that already have rings out is what I'm saying. But my ring hasn't worked in months. So I'm waiting for Samsung to see if they're going to release a version 2 of their ring. And then I think I'm going to buy that one.
At our Flow Grammar Cafe this past Friday, we had a hardware analytics / platform, a total package company there working with us. And you'll love to hear, I won't talk out of school here because I don't know what's public and what's not, but you'll love to hear what they have coming because it's super cool. They're doing stuff that no one else is doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
Cool.
You got the click phone communicator here. Okay, let me just share this instead. So this is the new BlackBerry.
Does that not bring back the days of the BlackBerry?
It does bring back the days of the BlackBerry. I do like the keyboard designed for doing not doom scrolling. So I guess you can do a few apps, you can text, you can email, but it's really not like a web browser or a social media tool.
No, I think it's got full-fledged Android. I could be wrong though. So the cool thing about these guys though is that not just this phone that they've developed and released, but they develop an attachment to say, like, because I've got the Z Flip, right? So you can add on similar to this, just a keyboard at the bottom, so that you have the keyboard that you can type. They also released a really cool keyboard that's MagSafe. So it MagSafes onto your phone, onto the back of your phone, and it kind of like, remember the old phones that you would flip up and you get the keyboard, or you push up and you get the keyboard? They've released that, but in a keyboard format for just any phone that you could attach it to for MagSafe.
Yeah, I have to take a look at it. It looks cool, but when they start with, let me scroll back to the top here, that designed for doing, not doom scrolling, it just seems like it's part, and I could be wrong, part of the new types of devices that are trying to keep you in touch and let you do the crucial things, but make it difficult to do the doom scrolling, social media, you can't get on YouTube, or it's really hard kind of thing, because it's not there for distraction.
Yeah. What's cool
so I don't know if this is one of those or not.
Yeah, what's cool is it's launching with Android 16 with support of up to at least Android 20.
I've covered a lot of,
which is cool. You can unmute.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't want to unmute it because we'll get in trouble for music copyright potentially or something.
Okay.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a lot of new cool technology over at CES. You'll let us know. What do you think was the coolest thing? Do you think the new Samsung Galaxy books? They talked about the new, we didn't talk about them, the new Intel Core Ultra 3 series books, notebooks and computers. So we'll have to see how well they do, or if they're going to break Intel's current downtrend.
Well, apparently, from what I heard, is yes, it will break Intel's downtrend. The reason being is because apparently the new chips already beat AMD's new chips. So I'm not sure what that means because I haven't done a deep dive, but yeah, apparently these chips are really good, the ones they released. But did you read anything about them, Craig?
Yeah, I heard everyone's touting them up, but it's the same stuff, right? Like we've done a few things on Intel. Everything sounds great. The golden future Intel chips, they're gonna sing and dance, all singing, all dancing. They're the best chips in the world. Then they come out and they don't quite meet performance. They're corroding. They're causing things to reboot. They're overheating. They're short-circuiting systems, and everybody doesn't know what's going on. So that's what I mean by, will these ones actually work? Because people left these in droves because they're higher end processors were causing all sorts of grief. And then we find out that it's happening in the lower end processors too, just only when you push them a certain, So that's why I wonder, is this going to break that curse? I hope it does, because I'd like to see Intel start to be a player again.
I hope so too. Yeah, I hope that they've learned from their mistakes, unlike other companies like Boeing, and are going to do a lot of testing and thorough testing before actually releasing these chips in mass production. I think the biggest problem that they've had is that when they scale up the production, that's where they run into issues with their chips, because their demo chips work well, but then once they get into consumer hands, that's when they break. Or maybe they're just not doing proper testing. I don't know. But you would think a company like Intel would do proper testing before releasing a chip.
So 2026 is the year AI stops being a buzzword and starts being a tool that actually handles chores you hate in the home. So are you ready to let our robot do your laundry, fold your clothes, put your dishes away, vacuum your stairs? Or is a smart toilet a bridge too far on your privacy? Let us know what you think. Which of these gadgets you'd actually like to let into your home or carry around with you? What do you got going on, John? This is the stuff that's going out in the next week or so.
Yeah, so we've got some events at the Toronto Business Development Center. I'm doing some lunch and learns in person there. It's a great organization, great incubator. And then February, what date is the Startup Drinks, Craig?
I closed that, so I'm not sure. February 19th, I believe.
February 19th, but have a look at startupdrinks.com, startupdrinksto.com for that event and other events. If you need some help with government funding, SHRED, or any other grants, reach out to me on LinkedIn. But if you're interested in AI automation workflows, or you need help with your business, what can they do, Craig?
Well, we've got lots of stuff going on over at flowgrammar.ca, where we help businesses implement AI and business automation so they can scale faster and more reliable, get more leads, grow faster. We also have a growing community over at flowgrammars.ca, where we do Flow Grammar Cafe, we do live build events, we do demo events, we get the community together online and in person several times a month to show and demo and support anybody who's trying to do this, learn automation, end-to-end AI agent building. So check all that out. We have a series of events called Flow Grammar Cafe. The next one's February 6th, March 6th, and April 2nd. We do those right now in partnership with Workhouse, and those are full day drop-in headphones, laptop, and work. And we'll have some experts on site that can help you troubleshoot. And we all kind of do a little walkthrough in the afternoon about what you're working on, and show us what you're working on and stuff. And it's really cool. So check all that out over at flowgrammar.ca and flowgrammars.ca. And coming soon, and you can sign up for this now, flowgramming.space. An AI agent and workflow marketplace where people can buy and sell agents or workflows. So if you're building agents and don't know what to do with them, where to sell them, go over there and check that out. Again, flowgramming.space. Or if you're building workflows, or if you want agents or workflows built, you can go over there and buy them. We have some interesting guarantees, and it's coming soon, so you can get your name on the waiting list right now. That's all we got going on, John. For everything else, go to torontostarts.com. I don't even think I mentioned it that whole time. Thanks everyone for watching. All the information about CES, and these interesting things. Any last words, John?
No. Check out our next episode. We're going to be talking about the weird stuff at CES. So,
all right, everyone. Thanks for watching.